Hello everybody, here's Dogan, and today we're gonna watch, what we're gonna watch, what we are here to watch. We already know from the title. You don't need to say what you're gonna watch. Come on, you already know what you are here for. We are here for Chainsaw Man, episode 6, called Kill Denji. Well, we're gonna see if we're gonna kill Denji, because there's 6 left episodes in this season or series. I don't know if there's gonna be season 2 of Chainsaw Man. Probably, maybe. No, I don't know. I don't care. I'm gonna read the manga, I guess. I still don't know if I should only read the manga till the anime was made, and if there is some rumors, should I read the manga at the parts that weren't made into anime or not. I don't know. But I guess we're gonna find out at one point or the other. Okay, Chainsaw Man episode 6 comes right now like a fire and like a blaze of epicness. I guess I don't know fucking know what I'm even saying right now. I'm just like buying time because I need to set up the microphone a little bit. Just myself also. This fucking screen is killing me. Okay, well, let's watch, I guess. Let's see the ending again, the lyrics. The vision are pretty simple. There's nothing really to analyze other than the painting of Asher, repeating everything, etc., etc. Okay. Sure, why not? Great lyrics. Okay. Fuck. Like a dog we know to snuggle with, you feeling like kinda lonely. You kind of feel it that before. Hitting 30 in your 20s, in your teens. Whole life you can feel about it like that. Even if you have someone around you. I mean, it's kind of the feeling with the fucking repeating themes, I guess. Not really. We have Himeno here. Cigarette girl. That's what we can call her. We have Aki, the other side of the painting. The other, not the other side of the painting, but just like one side, just whatever. You know, just counter pictures or whatever. Well, I don't know. I should have lost it. Okay, that's the fucking. That's maybe about Himeno and how she should like lost her mind before losing her partners. And I wonder, since she harmed Aki unintentionally, was that also metaphor how she harmed every other her partner unintentionally, or maybe it was that she, because of her actions, wanted to like do something right. She attacked something and just like misfires and she killed their partners. Maybe. Okay, we have the demon. That's probably what's gonna happen in the sides, and he's gonna just cut them open. Probably just gonna test through their dependence. I mean, he's a very powerful fucking devil. I would say that I think Chainsaw Man is more powerful. Chainsaw Devil is more powerful than the Blood Devil. But we're gonna see if she can heal Aki or just leave. It's hard to control the blood. She didn't say it's impossible. Okay. Yeah. Okay. The Gun Devil bullet. Yeah. We have the team being weirdo. This is just the repeating factors. Blah blah. I wonder if these are manga panels. Maybe. Pochita. Didn't see you in a while. Pull the string, Kronk. The cat girl, power cat. Aki, when he sees destroying of his family life. Himeno and the guilt of losing all the partners. And Chainsaw Man being hacked by Makima at the first episode, I guess. And Denji jumping down into the hole and then cross and the door and door closes and everything is dandy. And that's how it is with the Chainsaw Man. In today's episode, we learn a lot of useless 2 characters are on the team, and the next fucking 2 are doing poor decisions. Power is kind of relief character, she doesn't matter. Himeno does a poor decision, and Aki suffers for that stupidity because he's kind of the leader, and he's the most straight thinking one, even though he's the partner of Himeno. She should be the leader, but I guess he is the one who's more emotionally stable a little bit, even though he seen his whole family getting wiped out by Gun Devil. Which, like Himeno says, that a lot of people are for the revenge of devils, but I assume a lot of are for the revenge of Gun Devil, because, well, there's 1.2 million people get killed by the Gun Devil, so I guess that. I wonder if he's called Gun Devil because he's so fast like a bullet from the gun, that's just like, but just big and fast like a bullet from the gun, and that's why he's like called Gun Devil. He just fucking destroys everything. So that was my reaction to this episode. I mean, I don't know what I can discuss more. I discussed a lot about this episode. It's hour 21 fucking minutes. We have a lot to during that, because it's probably the end discussion, because I discussed a lot during the episode, so I probably cut it out and put it at the end, or maybe I didn't. I don't fucking know what I did. That's I am the pause devil. We'll pause the show to talk about it in some ways, and will not scream at camera like other reaction YouTubers. Will not do the same things because he's now different. No, I just don't do it because it's not my style. I don't force anything out of myself during these reactions. I just don't. There's nothing to force. I truly, a lot of times, hate beginning fights of JoJo Bizarre Adventure parts, because a lot of them are just like so stupid and like boring to me. There are some powers that I just hate. Like being small, I just despise. But the powers of shrinking someone involuntary, someone that's just like, it's your enemy ability, and he forcefully fucking changes you like Narancha into small fucker, or Jolene, and I'm like, oh god, please, no, this stupid fucking powers again. I hate that powers. It's rarely that I enjoy every fight in JoJo. I don't. I hate shrinking powers. And JoJo made me realize that I fucking do. I fucking hate shrinking powers of like shrinking character into the fucking small fucker involuntary, and he needs now to have whole episode to get back to when he is, and then they will never mention it ever again. I said that, but there is also other power in JoJo. There's fucking 2 shrinking powers in part 6 for some fucking reasons. The Goo Goo Dolls I kind of like better than Little Feat, but I still fucking despise it. But I like the concept of green baby. Green grass home, I think, baby, or whatever it was called. The green baby power, and is that when you get closer, you get shrinked. But when you get back, you are just coming back to your regular size, and that's just it. It's like, whenever you get closer to the baby, you get more smaller and smaller and smaller. So there's more space between you. Of course, if you are smaller, then there's much more space to get to something than when you are bigger to get to do something, right? So that's essentially it. But I like that power because you are not forced to stay into this baby-sized through whole fucking episode, whatever. You can come back and be returned. You don't need to beat the enemy to be returned to your size. You just need to not follow the baby, of course, or the baby accepts you. Spoilers. But that's what makes me realize that I don't like these powers. Do I like this? That there is like a second object, a second fucking like building against the other, who is like, I guess, mirror replica of this. Maybe I do. I don't really despise that, but this is just reminds me of the power, and it reminds me that I saw tropes I fucking hate, and I hate the trope of becoming small. I despise that. I don't know. It's just annoying to me, and it's just like, it always fucking like violent reaction inside of me when I see that shit. I don't know. Fucking have an idea why. It's just, this is truly annoying. The other is, like I was saying. That was nice corruption. That was a nice corruption. I'm probably gonna put it in the episode. That was a nice fucking Halloween corruption right there. But okay. The other power, like I'm saying, I hate where there's like this stupid as fucking like inflation power, like stupid powers that don't really like have right to be. But at the end they are like, oh, of course, they are so fucking easy to figure it out. and I'm like, oh god, what a wasteful episode, you know. Rant about, maybe you're gonna hate it, but that was my whole rant about like making stupid powers. I'd rather have it to be a loop and figure it out, just be a basic concept and then building on top of it, than just like having a ridiculous concept that is just like, okay, no one knows how to fucking beat that, but at the end of the episode we just figure it out, and that's it. So I wonder if we're gonna figure this out by the end of the episode, or it's just gonna be like resolved in 5 minutes. It's very draining, and it's also very draining to not be to be around people who are not emotional at all. You can't please everybody, and I hope she won't. I just want her character to have more going on for her than just being, you know, I'm so stupid little girl that can't do shit. I'm gonna cry and just stand and be like a bait for monsters, whatever. Like, I want something from this character more than just like sadness and like maybe, I don't know, cool power at least. Maybe it's a critical thing, but like I like Shinji character much more from Evangelion, but he's not very much like her. His struggle is understandable. I don't really know anything about this character right now, and this is my first introduction to this character. So yeah, I guess that's the backstory, that she was either a prostitute, she's gonna either be fucked around, or she's gonna kill demons, because her parents fucking suck cock. Okay. Not like I really much like power that much either, but yeah, they are okay characters. I mean, I don't know if I truly love any characters much more. I mean, I love Aki because I like this kind of characters. I like Denji because Denji is entertaining a little bit. I like Power a little bit. She's entertaining too. She's coming for the fucking eye patch girl, how she was called, the fucking Himeno. Himeno is okay character, an interesting one. I don't know if she's very much entertaining on her own. You know, some characters work better than like supporting characters and background characters than being in your face and being a protagonist. That's for sure. Not every character can be a protagonist. Not every type of character. I think it could be, but it's just the writing should be better for them. And if writing is like it is right now for some of them, then it's like, no, really. Of course, we have the fucking Arai. His name was Arai, right? He was like Arai cocksucker or whatever. Arai. Arai is very like, oh my god, very like loyal, like to like T, very like, you know, straight edge person that is like we need to do this like that. Stop laughing, and he wants control over everything, even though he probably doesn't have control over himself. Talking about a lot of it during the episode, and how the themes of the characters are here, and how the power, Booba, and we can analyze. Like I was saying, we can analyze after this episode. I guess we're gonna do it during the episode 7, the intro more. The ending is the least to analyze. It is pretty straightforward. There's nothing to really be hung about. This whole situation is fucking stupid. But like, there's the other building. If we want to get out of the fucking floor by the window, which probably would be death, but sure, why not? We go and just come back to the same room, I guess, to the other room, which is the same room. Truly, if that would be stop time, I don't know if that would make any sense, but sure, why not? I don't know really how this power works. I mean, my time manipulation powers usually are fucking stupid. The most logical ones are from seriously, Jojo, stop time, like Dio, etc. Jotaro. It makes sense in the sense of like the world. It's okay. Stopped powers in the and like coming back in time in like with Kira, also from JoJo, also makes sense. It's hour back in time. It doesn't like repeat anything. You're just coming back to the same place you were. It doesn't create any multiversum, other timelines with this fucking complete bullshit, and makes other fucking stupidity. You can't fucking contradict anything with yourself because you are just coming back in time. Time just running back, and there is no other version of you that you can talk and interact with each other, which I fucking hate. This is the most stupid. stupid fucking time travels. They are the most fucking stupid time travels, and time travels usually are fucking stupid, so don't write time travels. If you write something, don't write about time travels. I mean, you can explain there is another timeline now, and that's it. Or expect time turns back and everyone is coming back to where they were at around the same time. That's it. Or just time turns back and everyone stays the same position they were before the time turned back, and that's it. Please don't fucking do time travels when you like go back and you can like bang you fucking, I don't know, grandma, and then you're gonna like create a problems. Like, I fucking despise time travels like this. But like what I'm saying right now here is this time travel, if this is just time stop, it doesn't really make sense why they couldn't just leave. If they are of course in a bubble, so I understand that they can't like leave this time stop zone, but how does that even would make sense that another hotel would appear and they can just like go back in the same rooms or whatever? So it can't be really stop time. Maybe that's a wrong translation. It's like stop, maybe more like stop this place from like stop this place in time, and this not really in time. This is like stop, fix a place in space, and this space of this place is just like absolute. This is the only floor you can be on. There's no other floors. It's more like that, because like it wouldn't make really sense to like have time be stopped and just like you can't leave a floor. I mean, there needs to be a little more understanding, I guess, how they want to explain a time stop to make them be on the same room forever. Maybe because they are like locked in a time because they were having to stop. Time stops doesn't fucking make sense. But because time, you can't stop time, and you fucking, time is like a river, it just goes around. That's just it. I mean, the concept of like, you know, the time as like hours go by is like a human concept, but the time of concept of as a time as a whole, it's not a human concept. Of course it's real, because like you can see that people age with time, things age with time, things spoil with time, trees grow with time, etc. So it's just that the concepts of like the numbers and everything, like expositions and other bullshit, it's just like that. Yeah. But time travel doesn't really make sense if you try to like explain how does that even would work. I guess it's gonna work if they are like locked in this time zone when they are in this room and they can't leave on this floor, and they can't leave this floor ever, because this floor is locked in time with everyone inside of it being just locked in this time zone. It's like there's no time passes, and you are just like, if you are at 8 p.m. on this floor, you always gonna be at 8 p.m. on this floor, and you can't leave because the 8 p.m. is always, and you are at 8 p.m. on this floor, so you can't leave. Now that would be cool if they could leave, like come back down, and because it was like, I don't know, 7 p.m. or 6 p.m. and they can go on like floor 7 or floor 4 or whatever, because they were around the same time on that. But that's not how it works. They are just locked in this capsule, I guess. I rather not overthink it. I just overthink it a little bit, but I truly shouldn't, because time zones and manipulations in shows and whatever, it's just like, it doesn't make sense. It's just like time travels and other bullshit. It just usually doesn't make sense. So not like it anyway makes sense, because it just can't happen. It just like, we are just grasping at something that has no truly like any base in reality. So it's like, you can truly do whatever you want, and even if I'm saying this right now and you're gonna be like, oh, what the fuck are you saying, dude, why can you fucking like, you know, just accept that time travel is time travel. Sure, it has no base in the human world, so there's no like anything that conceals you. There's nothing that like locks you in a place, because you can just do whatever you want, because there's nothing that you can be based on, and there's also nothing that can like say no, that's not true, even though it's a work of fiction. So why would you give a fuck if it's true or not, right? These discussions are probably at the end of the episode, because why not? That's true, but nicotine also can make the other things not really kill you, but other things like not work and make life kind of hard. It can make you like hard, some bullshit. That's like a lot of bullshit, like skin looking bad, blah
Also,
blah. It's like with drinking. It's just because you're gonna drink like, I don't know, few times in a year, it doesn't mean that it has the same outcome for you, and that also depends on your body. But it's like it's not have the same outcome on you if you would like drink every day for like a year, and also drinking for a whole year won't have the same consequences like if you would drink for 5 years straight, right? I mean, it depends on your body, so you can just like, I don't know, have a big 5 shots of tequila and just like fucking die or heart attack of fucking some reason. So, and some other can just like snort crack cocaine, inject like fucking 5 heroines down his cock vein, and then he'll be still alive. You know, that's how world works, I guess. But it's interesting, isn't it? I'm gonna just come back because I want to see the whole scene again. I'm just commenting now on this whole cigarette debacle because it's like, yeah, it's not healthy. Nothing really is. Cigarettes are truly just for you to poison yourself. As an ex-smoker, I was smoking cigarettes. I was smoking the e-cigarettes or whatever you call them. And it's nice to smoke, but it also gets stale. Like everything in life, at some point you just like, you're smoking because you have a habit. You don't really smoke because of the taste anymore, which is like a lot of people start because the taste is good. It tastes nice, and I did because it tasted nice. To me, it tasted relieving. The stress was relieving, and it tasted nice, etc. But at some point, it doesn't relieve the stress anymore, and it's more like inducing stress because you need to smoke or you're gonna be stressed. And that's the paradox. That's the consequences, I guess. Your body gets dependent on this. You smoke, and then you like, of course, I'm not talking about how your teeth looks and how you like smell or whatever bullshit. I'm just saying that when you're smoking, you feel endorphins. You feel great. But at some point, the smoking, like everything in life, is gonna become a habit. Instead of you doing it because you enjoy it, it's gonna be like, oh, I need to do it because I can't fucking live without it. But that doesn't really mean that I am enjoying it anymore, and I'm just like, whatever. So at this point, when I start to feel like that, I'm not enjoying smoking anymore. I'm just doing it because I feel like I need to. Then I stopped, just like that. It was the same when I was like partying and like having drink, and at some point I was just like, it's not enjoyable to me anymore, so I stopped. And that's it. I can stop a lot of. It's called cold turkey. A lot of people use that term. I don't know if that's so amazing to just refuse to smoke. I mean, I refused to smoke, and then at some point I was like, okay, let's smoke again, and then now I am again. You could even see in some videos I was smoking. I wasn't smoking before because I quit also. I began smoking and now I quit again. But I don't think so I'm gonna come back in a long time now. Maybe not ever. Because it just bores me. Smoking bores me. Truly, just no enjoyability for me anymore. And that's not even a word. Probably. It's just not enjoyable anymore. It's just stale and it's just like, whatever. You just smoke cigarettes. Wow. It's not even taste good anymore. It's just like not relieving any stress, not tasting good. And what's the point, right? At least for me. So that's it. I don't really remember having like acne for smoking or whatever. I didn't really have skin problems with smoking, so I don't really see any like. Right now, I don't see really much side effects. In like 50 years, when I'm gonna get cancer, I can say, oh, it's because I was smoking for like, I don't know, 3 years or 2. I don't even know. Probably more. I was like maybe 5. I don't know. It depends. I don't know how much I smoke. I really didn't really think about it. But it's just like it wasn't like on and on. It was like on and off. It was like I stopped for a few weeks or months, and and then I come back for like just 2 weeks, and then I stopped and blah blah. It never really was like consistent. So I don't really know. It can corrode the bones. Those that happened to me, I don't know. I don't think so. other than giving me smelly breath sometimes from the cigarettes and my clothes smelling like cigarettes and having maybe a little yellow teeth a little bit when I was smoking, and majority truly what there was like this gunk on your tongue when you smoke. This like tongue gets like weird. And then I don't truly see any diff stuff side effects from smoking yet, but I'm gonna subject you when I'm gonna like have cancer, like I don't know, maybe a year or maybe tomorrow. Maybe I'm gonna have tomorrow cancer. Yeah, that's my TED talk about cigarettes. Now we can go back to discussion about the episode, because this episode, like you can see from the timer, this stuff was during the reaction, but I was cutting it out because I don't want to bore you during the reaction. I guess I don't fuck. Let's see the whole debacle of their conversation that is hidden behind cigarette conversation when they truly socialize with each other, and Aki doesn't see that yet. Yeah, it's not an easy job, and it's a job where you kill, so expect to be killed. Man, it's never one. It's never always one. I mean, when I start to smoke and I would get one cigarette, I was saying it's one, and it was one for like few days. Later I was like, I don't truly want it to be one. I don't give a fuck about it being one. But I truly didn't have the mindset of like, just one. No, I was like, there's gonna be more, and I am into it. So, that's it, essentially. That's a kiss. Dude, they are like 100% like into each other. I mean, at least Himeno is into Aki. She's very intrigued by him. I don't know if Aki feels the same about Harry, but like, come on. Those lips cannot lie. The first time Sophie fucking went her wire, she immediately fucking panicked. And Arai is also that. He dwells on it immediately. Why have them on their groups? Their powers need to be something to harm devils, because they can't fucking do shit on their own. God damn it! They are so annoying. But also, yeah, the friendship with Arai, the Aki and Denji is growing, and it's love. Brother, please don't die. But also, Himeno, that's kinda your fault, because you act selfishly of like, no, my beautiful Aki can't get shorter lifespan, because I want to be with him, probably. And also it's because, well, I am saying that, but I understand why. She don't want to lose the partner again. She kinda is selfish about that, but it's like, oh, she doesn't want to lose anyone again. She's not very good, I would say, with losing people, I guess. She, I think, bottles that up inside of her. She makes that, how we would say, worse and worse for everybody. Because she's so protective that it harms other people. But also it's because it bottles up inside of her, she probably feels the guilt, etc. Even if she doesn't act on it, she probably is very miserable. That's what she doesn't want to lose Aki at all. And she probably has some feelings for him. Probably love, I assume. They're very much similar characters in the terms of like character designs and build. But yeah, I guess there's some, well, maybe love of like a partner, but I think there's much deeper love. Maybe not romantical love, but there's a love nonetheless. And the Aki, of course, starts to like Denji much more. He says, of course, Baka, I don't do this because I fucking like you. You need to help me kill the gun devil, of course. But I would say that it's for sure because he likes Denji a little bit. He in the first episodes he didn't like devils at all. He didn't want to work with them, and now he's like kind of okay. I mean, he has a contract before, but you know. And also, I guess a devil hunter can have more than one contract with a devil, because he has the devil fox that can't come here, sadly. And he has also the katana, which is also probably some devil power, so that shorts his lifespan. So interesting, but it's very powerful, probably. Does it short his lifespan in half, like I don't know, Death Note or something, or not? I don't know, interesting concepts, I would say, right here. With some known concepts and interesting concepts, but characters like Kobeni and Arai are just here to just create a conflict of like characters that don't agree with the goals of the main characters, kinda. I need to create a drama. But whatever. I've been around the world, but there's still things I never had to see. And towards this conversation about the characters, you can say, oh, it's stupid that you hate characters. You didn't really like them in the first place. If you hate them now, correct. I wasn't crazy about them. I was okay with them. And it almost happened to Goro Majima from the Yakuza series, but I thankfully pulled back from the fandom immediately very fast. So the cancerous ways of fandoms and the fanboyism can spread on me. I fucking hate fandoms with a passion. I do. I hate fanboys and fanboys. And having like discussions about characters that are not involved in it, but they're gonna mention it because they love to decorate a fictional character to death, I guess. I don't fucking know. Because they connect with it the most, so if everybody else doesn't, they are stupid. Why don't you connect with my characters like I do? Why? I don't know, because we are different human beings and we have different values in life, I guess. What I can say that I just don't like characters, it just doesn't click for me. It didn't also work for Goro Majima because I liked him as a character very much. Young Joseph, I liked him, wasn't really crazy about him. Arthur Morgan, I liked him, wasn't really crazy about him. Kinda start to like be I like the writing that he's an asshole, true and true. Without being ill, he would never change his ways, so I like that he truly would be just still a fucker, and he just selfishly gets a reality check with his actions. He's a murderous criminals. Every one of them are in this fucking gang, but he gets redemption for himself in his own eyes, for for caring about other people's. Just fucking John Marston, but being retold, instead of just sacrificing his own life for family, he sacrificed his remaining life for family. Because he gets sick, and if he wouldn't get sick and ill, he wouldn't have reality check to change. I like that. I still prefer John Marston much more. It's just that values and the themes of the story of John are more towards me, and I connect with them more than just a guy who is ill and tries to change from being an asshole murderer to a nice murderer. But yeah, well, other characters I can have conversations about them. I don't know, during live streams or whatever. If you want to check up, we can have conversations about characters during live streams, because I don't really give a fuck about having like thousands of comments and responding to like repeating the same fucking things, and most people won't even read it, because they are fucking annoyed that I don't have the same opinion like them. That's fun. That's always fun. And everyone else always, even a fandom will blame you for everything, and they're gonna whitewash and make everyone, other character around you, into a perfect angel. It happens with Walter White, it happens with BoJack Horseman, it's gonna happen with you, Denji. All sins of characters that are around you don't matter, because you are worse, I guess. I fucking hate fandoms of Breaking Bad. This parts of fandom of Breaking Bad and BoJack Horseman. Really, because of that BoJack Horseman dick riding over every character that is not BoJack, made me kind of hate the show. I gotta be honest, fandom. That's why I don't want to interact with fandoms at all, because they kind of tend to make me hate the subject. They kind of make me hate certain characters, because I don't want to fucking be around these people. These people are so fucking annoying. These abilities trash. But I like that shot. The blood is spilled, and it's all her fault. It's fault of, it's fault of multiple people and their inability to accept that. Hey, we are the team, and we should work as a team, and not as a goobers. Me. But that's more towards Kobeni and Arai. But that's also towards Himano on her inability to accept that Aki can be hurt, and because of that she hurts him more. I really like the infinity of the Gun Devil and the concept behind it. I really like it. I don't really understand how if it's, I don't think so. It's time stop. It's just that he puts them in like eternity loop. I think that maybe time stop was a bad translation. I don't know, because the time stop doesn't really make sense. Not like time traveling or infinite loop would make sense either, but whatever. Yeah, it's trash. They just it's just whole episode about people need to accepting that they are in team and they don't really work together great as a team, and Aki suffers for that the most. The cool characters suffer the most. They finish last. You have this episode, and what does it say? Well, I was pretty emotional maybe during this episode. I don't know. I was just annoyed by the writing purposes in this episode. Okay, so the writing purposes of this episode are only like that we need to make this character unlikable. And she is the vessel of the I am scared, we should do what the monster is telling us because I am weak and I'm gonna give in to these things. Every group, every story almost has this one who is like weak one and is either fucking everything up for everybody or gonna have a redemption arc at the end when he's gonna be strong, etc. Kobeni is an unlikable character right now. She's the more human you can ask, but it's also the most stupid character in the terms of like she's not needed on the team at all. Why is she on the team? We don't see why. We don't see any of her powers yet. She's just useless character to just like contradict everything and being like just like a worthless crying bimbo. She's more worthless than Corkus from Berserk. Corkus at least had, I would say, something to say, great. She's comparable to Ricard in Golden Age. Also a character that was kind of like whatever. Pippin at least was fighting, even though he had no really character at all. Ricard gets character later on in the series. During Golden Age, he's one of the weakest of the band. Well, the weakest is Pippin because he's like nothing of a character really. Then it's Ricard. Then I would say, I don't know, Judah, and that's Corkus in my opinion, because I think Corkus is a great character. I love characters that are contradicting main hero and his goals and are also showing the hypocrisy of the main hero, and they are just like not goody, let me suck you off kind of characters, which I also despite. But I also despite characters who are just like Kobeni, very easy to manipulate and just like, oh my god, we're gonna need to kill him because I am sitting here, I don't know, an hour or more in this fucking hotel on a loop. Like, come on, seriously, okay, whatever. And of course, because of her, Mr. Arai gets hurt. This jabroni is also useless. He's like Kobeni, but a little less insane like her, and of course he has a better grip. But when he hits when shit hits the fan, he fucking gives up and he's like, no, we need to kill him too. Please die, Denji. For now, these characters are fucking useless, and I don't fucking like them. I don't say that I would be happy if they would die, but I wouldn't be happy. But I don't say that I wouldn't be happy if they would. I just hope they are written better or they are written off from the show because they are just hindering my enjoyment, I would say. It's not that they need to be, like I'm saying, sucking off the main character, but at least they should have something going on for them, and this is our third episode with them. Well, 2 episodes with them when they are characters that are introduced to us and have dialogues, and they are useless still. They have nothing to offer right now. There's no really personality much other than a frightened little girl who cries everything and one hot-headed guy who's just always gonna scream at the others and how should they be behaving, etc. And then he doesn't sticks to his own rules and also is horny for Himeno. And that's it. Another well done her backstory of that her parents are shitty and they try to prostitute her, I guess, or she gonna hunt demons. Nothing backstory truly, just I think it is a gag. I think the author maybe is making kind of a joke about these characters, and how what kind of characters exist like that in the shows. I guess so, that these kind of joke characters. But just because you are a joke character doesn't mean that you are not doing the same tropes and that you are not annoying. You are. Himeno is more okay with her breakdown during this episode because, well, she has a grip here, etc. until she like decides not to have it because she's like frightened that Aki gonna be harmed, and then she harms Aki herself because she holds him back with the ghosts, and then Aki snuggles and like he gets stabbed by the Kobani bimbo, and he also needs to held back the fucking Arai guy because he's the only mature and level-headed person in this whole group, I guess, who doesn't break under the tough situations, which Arai and Kobani should be immediately thrown away from the team because they break in a very hairy situations, so they don't have a really part in a team. Of course they won't, probably they're gonna stick around because that's an anime, not a real life. In real life, if you are I imagine if you would be in a top secret team, they are not really secret, but a team that is like a special ops, and you are like having like mental breakdowns during tough situations, I don't think so you are cut out to be a member of the group. Power doesn't give a fuck about it. This Power in this episode is like doesn't really exist in this episode. She's like not really here. She's like does the whole noble situation, etc. Komini is a written character to be annoying. She's the one who's like gets scared fast enough, etc. And it's just like stupid. I like this scene when they punch her because it just gives me pleasure. I bet that Kobani is like one of the most hated character in the whole show by the fandom, and I get why. She's not very much written like Shinji. She's not believably written to be afraid, etc. He just shows up and she has nothing going on for her other than just being scared. We have nothing of insights in her, and I guess that we won't because this is not really an important character, I guess. If she would, I think we would get a little more backstory and stuff on her, but I don't think so we're gonna get anything like that. Yeah. Alright, okay, I'm gonna just don't even mention these characters, they are useless. Nothing. They don't even have powers right now. They are just useless. Nothing interesting is going on with them. There's nothing that I am yearning to learn about them much because the first impressions of these characters is that they are useless and fucking worthless and stupid. I hope that will change and that they will have something more to offer during the show, or they will just be a waste of space for me and they're gonna hinder the show of being one of my top 10 or whatever. Just gonna hinder the show from like liking the show very much because I'm just done with this type of characters. That's why maybe I don't watch much anime. I never truly watched a lot of anime. I watch the most popular ones, and I never really stick around because I know already. Just because I didn't watch like 100, I watched maybe 20 or more. Things that I didn't know could be anime when I was a kid, and I still watched them, and then later I was like, oh yeah, that's an anime. It doesn't really matter, but I already know the tropes, and the tropes of anime. Kobani is the frightened, scared girl who does stupid things trope in anime. Arai is this like tries to be level-headed, but is very like angry and screaming, and is also stupid because he can't fucking like decide. Aki is the level-headed guy who's always calm and will not break really, rarely. He's this calm, collected dude most of the times, maybe emotionless a lot of times. You would think at the first glance. Of course, there's other nuance to Aki. The other two, there's none right now. Maybe the manga will enforce that they are better characters. I hope so. Himeno is an interesting character because she's like much like Aki, but she also has the more emotional side than Aki, I would say. She's like Aki, but less collected and much more emotional. Denji is just the protagonist with like a dream, etc. He doesn't really care much about it. He doesn't have much deep thoughts anymore right now. First episode, I think he was the deepest we had. Him right now, he is now just like, boobs, etc. and the dreams. I mean, I like the whole conversation about why my dream is not allowed to be on the same level like yours. I like that, and I think that's very nice, but he's not very much anything else going on for him than just like achieving his dreams of touching boobs or whatever. Just like teenager stuff. Okay character, I don't hate him. Entertaining, but I wish there would be more to him. Just wish that there would be more to him, but I just know maybe that's not the writing that I gonna get from the show. Every author is different. I will never get the same things that I want from other characters, and there's no problem with that. From other animes, etc. Power is just a Denji, but more unhinged, and doesn't really have much dreams anymore. She saved the cat, and she's now for this like 2 episodes kinda in a limbo of characters. I hope there's gonna be more about her in the future. I hope about every of these characters, and I hope there's gonna be no more new characters introduced into the main group. Outside of the characters, there probably gonna be the guy who's like looks like the actor one guy that was helping her in the previous episode. The Mikkelsen guy, I guess his name is Mikkelsen, I don't remember, I don't give a fuck. He's gonna probably be introduced, so I'm looking towards to that, but I wish there won't be much more characters into the main groups. I truly much prefer smaller cast than a big bloated one that has useless characters. And now we have like 2 useless characters, so I'm good on that. They are just they are the people in this group. These 2 fuckers are the people in this group to show the instability of the group and the humans, and to catch Rakus, and they are the weak part in is the trope of like, let's divide the team and have them like 2 of them against the main character and be like, no, let's kill him because he wants this. Like the survival of the like fucking, I don't know, islands, and it's like this guy would fucking die. Like it's like the survivors of the fucking islands, like this shows. It's like, no, we need to sacrifice this guy. They are saying this, they are this type of characters that are just like, we need to save ourselves. We don't like this guy, let's kill him. This is the type of characters that later on the main character needs to grow on them so they can accept him. There's really not much conflict from them. Let's compare him to Abachi from part 5, which I like very much, but Abachi is the type of character like Corcus to question and be against the not sucking off the main character type of tier list. No, these 2 fuckers are not like that. They are just like frightened, and that's why they are doing it. They are not doing this because they are not trusting, but they also have nothing going on for them. At least Abachi had something going on for them, so he was very not useless at all, like these 2 fuckers, which are useless in this episode and just are here to divide the group and to cause Rakus and cause problems, and that's it. I like the design of the devil, of the eternity devil, like this pile of bodies merged together. I like that, and the whole eternity inside of him. I really like the concept of this. This moment is fucked up, and it's just like, it's predictable that it will happen, and Aki will be harmed because that's how these stories go on. Is it a greatly written moment? It's kind of like whatever. We're just really going on in this place, I guess. Sure, why not? I like the Eternity Devil design, like I was saying. Where the fuck is loop? Whatever. Not really much time. Stop powers, whatever they were trying to figure out. I hope that was just like mistranslation, because that wouldn't make really much sense. We got a great, of course, moment in this episode from Aki, and how he is very much towards Denji and how he likes him and how he gets warmed up. He of course says that because he wants every help he can get towards the Gun Devil and killing him, which I guess that's why Kobani and RIR on this team, because I wouldn't know why would they be. They are just fodder for the Gun Devil to play, I guess, with. And I guess I wonder if they have some powers, because they are right now useless. So I don't know what they would help with killing any devils right now. They are kinda useless. And we have, of course, this motherfucker who, well, the Eternity Devil is cool. We don't really have any fight other than a fight between the characters and inside of their brains, which was not very greatly written. I would say there are better shows who are showing the instability of the group and like madness between them, and how they are like behaving in tough situations. Blah, blah, who will crack, who not, blah blah. This was pretty basic and like maybe a little boring at times, I would say. At least sometimes boring maybe, and just like maybe not really that greatly written. Like I would maybe want to and prefer the story to be written. But I still enjoyed this episode. It wasn't really that bad. It's just that maybe I don't really like the concepts they try to present, so it doesn't hit it with me. Whatever the case is, the answer will be right there. For this episode, yeah, if you liked it, direction, discussion, whatever, subscribe on Patreon, like this video, or not, if you don't want. I don't really, it's you do you. And that's it. Thank you for support on Patreon. Thank you for these videos, liking, subscribing, whatever you're doing. That's very great, and I hope you can all consider supporting me on Patreon. Guaranteeing, of course, early access. We are ready. The Taste of a Kiss, which maybe gonna mean that Miss Himeno gonna kiss Denji finally, or something like that. Probably some other meaning also. Yeah, I am very interested in seeing that, because there's gonna be 7 more episodes. 7 more episodes, 6 more episodes after this one. I'm gonna finish the Chainsaw Man anime. There's gonna be, of course, the Taste of Kiss, Gunfire from Kyoto, Bruised and Battered, Mission Start, and Katana vs Chainsaw. So I'm very much interested what this episode is gonna be about. The title of episodes don't really spoil much, and I don't really care about the titles in this show. They don't really spoil much, so yeah. There are shows that are just like, they're just spoiling, like this man will fight this man, this, or death of this, blah blah. It doesn't matter. Okay, thank you for watching. Goodbye. Have a nice day. Have a nice day. Check out the early access on Patreon. You can already watch more episodes, probably more. So yeah, thank you very much. Have a nice day. Have a nice night. Have a nice life. Goodbye.